Oh no, I'm not done yet. Y'all, no introduction required. Y'all see the title of the video. Well, apparently, we have ourselves a feminist. Yes, there's a reason why I call her a feminist. And shout out to my sources who be on TikTok. Most of her videos is mostly about feminists, as well as they took a look is nothing more than just women and simps up in her comments too. But we got this woman here who wants to go on social media trying to tell people just how terrified she is about men who listen to Red Pill podcasts and all this type of shit. But in reality, she really don't make no sense at all. Shout out to Anton Daniels. I'll leave the link to his full video in the comment section. Go check it out. But let's dissect this piece by piece, shall we?
I am terrified of the generation that has been raised by Red Pill podcasts and TikTok. Y'all are quite literally completely delusional.
Hold up there, woman. Last time I checked, Red Pill or anything manosphere related is banned off of TikTok. Red Pill and anything that's manosphere related is banned off of TikTok. So where is she getting this Red Pill? Where she's getting these Red Pill content and podcasts from off of TikTok? Or is she out here trying to project? Because we only a few seconds in this, and she's already projecting her ass off. But let's continue.
You completely objectify women, and you look at us as disposable after 30. And then on top of that, unfortunately, there are women that are subjugating themselves to these men that just do not.
No different than women objectifying men on social media. Aren't you the same women that want to call men dusty, bummy, below 6 feet tall, broke, no savings account? How they undesirable? How they undateable? How they will exit the gene pool? But here we got women. But you got women like her here want to whine and cry about men objecting them. The hypocrisy is real on this matter. Oh, that's right. It's only foul when it's the women that get rejected, that get objectified on social media. But when it's women doing that same shit to men, you go, girl. Let's continue.
Have any type of real consideration or love for them. And I am just so sorry for this generation of women and these types of men that you have to deal with. I mean, I am appalled. I am so fortunate to be with a man that doesn't think like these men, but...
Then why the fuck is you here, woman? Oh, I got a man that treats me right and don't do these type of things. But yet here you are in front of your camera crying, bitching, and complaining about red pill men. And at this point, I'm beginning to think that she's full of shit. Oh, I mean, what woman who has a man and in a relationship with a man that's treating her right will go on social media whining and crying about men they don't want? I do not get that part. Moreover, Why is she so invested in other people's relationships when she should be focused on her own relationship? This is why I'm looking at her as being full of shit. Either she's fronting as if she got a man when she don't, or this is her way of coping. Or this is her way of coping. This is her coping mechanism. Basically, what I'm trying to say is her man that she claims she has is imaginary playmate. Imaginary playmate. Because I never, ever known a woman who's in a relationship while at the same time, she's worrying about the men that she has no interest in. I got a man that cares for me and all this type of stuff, but I'm gonna go in front of my camera, jump on social media, cry, bitch, and complain about the men I don't want. Ma'am, if you don't want red pill men, then why are you on social media seeking their attention? I don't get it, and I highly doubt nobody else gets it. But then again, how do we know for a fact that you do have a man, and not just saying this as a coping mechanism? But let's continue.
Holy, it feels like we're.
I think she's just projecting. And I also believe that she's hoping and praying that the men that she's with don't wake up, because it sounds like if he's with you and you're on the internet talking about how much you don't necessarily care for something that you truly don't even understand, and you are disgusted by it because you understand that men are waking up and that you have to compete in the marketplace if you're after a certain age. You don't have to worry about the next generation. They have to adapt, and everything and everyone adapts to the marketplace. Winners win and losers lose. And so if you're not able to find a simp that can then suck out for you, then what happens after that? Then that means that you have to take ownership and responsibility for who you are. Why would a woman, think about this for a second, why would a woman who is already supposedly in a relationship feel some type of way and even be consuming the type of content that she's consuming to where it would make her scared or afraid of what is going on out in these streets? Let me educate y'all and give y'all a quick crash course.
Simple. Because she's bullshitting. She ain't got no motherfucking man. No, she don't. But this is what Uncle JD been saying. You know they're not in a relationship. They don't got a man. Man, especially if they're on social media, whining and crying. Not only are they whining and crying about the men that they don't want, which of course is downright weird. For a man will look at this, and you don't have to be red pill either. A man will look at this and look at her as being weird. I mean, that would be like Uncle JD. She had claimed that I got a woman that takes care of me. She cooks my food. She makes sure my clothes is clean. She takes care of the kids and everything. While at the same time, I'm in front of my camera, crying, bitching, and complaining about the women I don't want. Yeah, that would sound weird, doesn't it? And there's no exception when it comes to her. Ma'am, if you got a man, If you got a man, then you should be focused. Then you should be focused on building a relationship with that man and starting a family with that man, rather than being on social media, feeling terrified for no apparent reason over men you don't want. But on top of that, why the fuck is you terrified for? When you claim that you have a man. If you have a man, and if you do have a man, then shouldn't that man be there to protect you? He would, wouldn't he? But somehow you got a man and yet your ass is still terrified. Again, she's full of shit. Let's continue.
Pill has nothing to do with rage. It has nothing to do with anger. It has nothing to do with misogyny. It has nothing to do with any of that. Red pill is applicable to anything in life. And all it is, as a reference to the Matrix, is to reveal the truth about what is going on in the marketplace. Now, that could be as well as jobs. It could be as far as getting your money up. It could be as far as relationships. It just reveals the true nature, so it takes the veil off of your eyes and allows you to basically, as a man, make a better decision into what it is that you're doing and what you're not doing in the marketplace, right? And so what people also don't understand is that it holds men accountable for their decisions also. So if you're a guy that's dusty and dirty and you think that you're supposed to get the best, no, it says get your money up, get your life together, get your things together, and take care of your business so that you'll be in a position for a woman to be able to submit to you, and then you can take care of her and your child. It doesn't remove responsibility from men, but it shows men the requirements and what the marketplace is currently for you to be able to compete. That is.
But what do these women and their simps know? To them, they have a one-track mind when it comes to red pill. I mean, even I understand the full details of what red pill means. But because they have a one-track mindset, they believe that red pill is only about dating and relationships. God damn. Talk about taking a toy shovel and just digging at the surface, but scared to dig even deeper than that. And even I could tell you there's more to red pill than just dating and relationships. But you can't tell these retarded fucks this shit. Let's continue.
Is all. For example, you can apply it to finances, and you can say, hey man, listen, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 by yourself, thinking that you're going to be a sole provider when you live in New York City is not going to be enough. That is the reality. The reality is that you can find a woman that loves you, but it does not mean that she's going to stick around, because the marketplace says that it's better for her to move on for somebody that is going to spend a lot more money and step out for her, versus just falling in love with you and you can't even take care of your own family or yourself. That is
facts. Straight hard facts. But it also has its drawbacks. Because of this, you got women out here that, as they will say, will monkey branch from one branch to the next, get into one relationship after another relationship, expecting that each and every man they get in a relationship with do better than the men that they were with last. And oftentimes, what happens? Sometimes they'll have all this baggage, all this emotional trauma, multiple kids, multiple baby daddies, and by the age of 30, when it's all said and done, they now want to turn right back around, and those same men that she didn't want when she was younger will be the same men, the exact same men that she would want for them that wants. Oh my God, these will be the same men that she expects for them to settle for her. And I listened to listen to her earlier, and I could easily tell that okay, she's in her 30s. It's clear to see that she's so butthurt. She's so butthurt because after all, she's in her 30s. Yes, I can tell. And 9 times out of 10, it was happening to her. If it offends them, there's a pretty good chance that it is them. Other, other than that, they wouldn't be so goddamn insecure. But then again, why is she so insecure if she swears up and down she has a man? Further proof that just because you got a man and you're in a relationship doesn't mean you're gonna be happy. And it's clear to see that. Let's continue.
Is red pill in a nutshell. It is not to give people permission to be able to do some of the things that y'all think that they gonna do. What it is an opportunity for you to get a reality check, and then you got to move accordingly. But these women will lead you to believe, and often at times it's the people that cannot give you any kind of advice. It's not a reflection of what it is that they advocate for. And those are the people that they listen to as far as trying to demonize an entire segment. But really what you're experiencing is there's an entire group of men that are now educated and have more information at their disposal because we finally got the microphone and we finally have evolved into a space where it's conducive for us to have conversations with each other.
And they hate it. And they hate it. Why do they hate it? Because they can no longer manipulate. Oh yeah, it's throwing a monkey wrench in their manipulation engine. Now it's even harder for them to try to get over men. Now it's even harder for them to sit there and try to play their stupid games. This is the reason why they have such a gripe with Redpill. Or in her case, she has a gripe with Redpill even though she's already in a relationship and she didn't even be concerned about what other men are doing. And as Uncle JD stated, I can't take nobody seriously, especially on social media, that claim that they are in a relationship while at the same time they still hang around the dating market. Either they lying, claiming they got a man when they don't, or they do have a man and he ain't performing well. Or number three, she has a man, but it ain't the man that she wants. He ain't the one she desires. Other than that, she wouldn't have any reason at all to be on social media crying, bitching, complaining about the men she don't want, the men she believes are least desirable, and men that makes her feel terrified. And of course, the dead giveaway of it all, she's on social media. She is on social media being so invested in other people's relationships. And that right there is a red flag in itself. That right there should let anybody know that she's bullshitting about being in a relationship. How are you going to be in a relationship while at the same time you're so invested in other people's relationships more than your own? More than your own. That's a telltale sign right there. But nevertheless, I'm going to stop it right here. I'm going to stop this shit right here because I had to point this shit out. And yes, Anton Daniels is going to talk about another woman too, but I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for the other woman. I wanted to talk about this one because it's clear to see that she's bullshitting on her claims while trying to fearmonger these red pill podcasters and shit. Ma'am, if you don't want a man that's red pill, stop your crying, go back to that so-called man that you're in a relationship with, and move on with your goddamn life. And yes, I do find it strange and weird that you got people out here whining and crying about people they don't even want to be in a relationship with. They don't want to be in a relationship with, while at the same time swear up and down they're in a relationship. That don't make no sense to me. But nevertheless, shout out to Anton Daniels. If y'all want to watch this full video in its entirety, I'll leave the link in the comments section. Go check it out. Tell them JD Mouse sent you. But that's all I got for tonight. I'm done with this paranoid, fear-mongering ass woman who's in a relationship but steady gripes about the men she don't want, and I'm out this bitch. Later.